Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, where you'll notice that we are currently at the Ministry of Finance equipment dock. There is a reason for that, and that is because the trading station was not safe to AFK at. Like, I actually died at one point. The hangar bay that I was in got blown up. I don't think it's blown up now, because I reloaded the save. But that's exciting stuff. However, we gotta go there. I just saved the game, so in theory, this should be okay. So let's get out of here. Just boost our way out a little bit. There we go. Because we need to head over there and purchase several different blueprints and then get out just as quick as we can. And it's going to be a little spicy, and we might take some fire on the way, and we might die. But we just got to get in, get the blueprints, get out. Hopefully, we can do this. That's the goal here. We've got the 5.5 mil that we need to get the blueprints. And I did it by stealing all of the money from all of our stations, or both of our stations. Actually, this one's made a little bit more since then. That's nice. And this one has also made a tiny amount. We clearly need additional ability to transport goods around the high-tech factory, but that is going to be a project for another time. Similarly, I'm not entirely sure what the autopilot is having us do. Oh, we're heading over to this jump gate. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So, this is going to be interesting. We're not really in a position to fight any of the enemies over there, and if they take notice of us and start shooting at us, we're probably just going to die. So that's a thing, and hopefully while we're there, the dock doesn't get blown up. It did take, like, 2.5 hours while I was there for the dock to get blown up. Something along those lines. So, that's okay. And I was able to get out of there just before the dock blew up because I had made a save, because I was like, there's a lot of gunfire. So, I didn't really lose much for time, luckily. And, it was okay, I guess. But it's definitely spooky over there. And I'll show you guys what I mean in just a moment, because I mean, I don't have any current data of what's going on over here, right? It's been a little while. There's a lot of Argon and Teladi ships over in this region, but that Xenon defense platform, it's spicy. It's taking some damage right now. Maybe they're bringing the fight to the Xenon and this is good timing. We'll see. That's the station in question over there. It's going to be real interesting. Autopilot, why do you do that? I'm actually going to take it off of autopilot, and I'm going to manually fly it here. This does look clearer than it did when I left. When I left, there were a couple of destroyers parked out over here, along with a big ship type that I didn't recognize, and just a ton of drones flying around. They were Xenon. They appear to no longer be here, so that's a good sign, although we may just be out of sensor range. They're parked, like, right up here. But I don't visually see them. So hopefully that's not the case. But I guess I'll activate the autopilot because I keep forgetting that I can't be in the map and travel mode at the same time without the autopilot being on. So we're going to close in a little bit. It looks like we're reasonably safe to dip in there, grab what we need, and jump out. So that's the plan for right now. Okay. They've built laser towers over here. Oh yeah, there is that destroyer there. There were a couple of these and another really big guy. Okay. We're just going to cruise our way over this way. I am boosting currently. Okay. There's that defense platform there. We're going to keep our distance from that. But yeah, it looks like there's quite a few large Teladi and Teladi allied ships that have pulled in, so this is probably good timing for us to dip in here and grab this. So we're just going to head up over here, request our docking, and in we go. Please, docking computer. Please. There we go. We don't need to ram the dock. It doesn't need additional help. Seeing as I've seen this very position that we're in get blown up. We gotta be quick. Let's go, go, go. We're heading to the faction rep. And this docking bay here, this is not the one that we landed in, but this docking bay here also got blown up last time I was here. I also got blown up, so that's no longer the case. But I would like to buy blueprints, and the blueprints that I want to buy are as follows. I want to pick up Nostrop oil production. I want to pick up, let's see here, spice production. I want to pick up sunrise flower production, and we can't afford the water blueprint. Okay, so we got all those. We still need that water BP. Yeah, this is definitely better timing, but this is still kind of spooky over here. So we are going to make sure that we grab all the money we can out of here. Okay, that's enough to buy the water BP. And we can't buy these from any other faction rep. Well, I think we can buy the water BP, but we can't buy the Teladi-specific BPs from the Ministry of Finance, unfortunately. Is there anything else we're going to need here? This all seems fine. As far as I'm aware, that's what we need to get our life support factory online. So, let's call that good. And let's head back to our ship. And technically, I teleported back to our ship when I was getting out of here the first time, because that's how fast I had to move to get out. Luckily, this is a different scenario. But we are still going to get out of here. And it's still pretty spooky. You can see there's gunfire going on over here. That's a laser tower, a patrol destroyer. Okay, let's just bail. Okay, so we want to set our destination. Where is our destination currently set? It's currently set up over here. We're going to go to our headquarters. Okay, let's get out of here. We're going to be passing right by this branch destroyer. Luckily, it's well above us, and we're moving pretty quickly right now. I don't think it's... Yeah, we're clear. It's kind of moving to pursue, but it's currently engaging that fighter, so we're okay. We got out of there. That could have been really messy if that destroyer had decided to aggro onto us, but luckily, it did not. It's always a bit nerve-wracking to visit the Teladi trading station right now. I have had worse visits to the trading station, though, if I'm completely honest. Okay, so we are just going to hop in over here, and in the meantime, while we're on our way over, I want to decide where do we want to put the life support factory. Well, first thing, we need to figure out exactly what these build off of. So, we're building medical supplies and Nostrop oil. The Nostrop oil builds from energy cells, spices, sunrise flowers, and water. Okay, that's good. There we go. The medical supplies build from energy cells, spices, sunrise flowers, and water. That's convenient. So it's the same materials. And let's see what we need for spices. That builds out of energy cells and water. Okay, easy enough. We're going to need quite a lot of water supplies. And then for sunrise flowers, that builds out of energy cells and water. Okay, And then water, I'm assuming, is just ice and energy cells? Yes. Okay. So we can definitely make this work. We don't need any other parts. We've got everything that we need. We're going to need a place to put this, and I am leaning towards somewhere around over here. So we would manage a new plot, and we would create a new plot. This would be probably, that's 552255, probably about the same size as that. So 552255 for right now. And we'd create a new plot, and this would be located, as I said, somewhere over this direction-ish. I'm not sure exactly where. That's going to be fairly expensive, but we will continue for now. Yes, we're not going to build.
Entering system.
All I want to do is check to make sure that this location is correct. Let's see. Actually, I want it to be over this way a little bit. Maybe about there. Not quite. More like there. Okay. So we'll do something kind of like that. Excellent. And now let's see if we can get the finances to pay the licensing fee. That's going to be close. It's 400k for the licensing. Ooh, not quite. Okay. We'll just have to wait a little bit then. Our construction budget, of course, on the GE headquarters is nothing. Our construction here is actually progressing. We have all of the resources that we need. So we're just going to get our last two biomes here. And then over here, we are going to plan this build. This is complete for now. We're going to expand this factory more, almost certainly. But for right now, this is complete. So that's fine. And then as far as this goes over here, we are going to be purchasing this license just as soon as we can. We're not really in a position to do so quite yet, though. Oh, we're so close. But this guy also has 0 funds. Sad.
Grand Exchange.
Hello, Grand Exchange.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
I'll just make sure that we're activated. There we go. Excellent. Just need a little bit more funding here. Yeah, our miners are moving around over here. What we're really waiting on, of course, is one of our haulers to make a deal. And we've got currently 6 of those moving around. So in theory, we should have one pretty soon. We're just going to dock up at our headquarters for right now. And this factory here, I would really, really like to be able to purchase the license, because I don't want to make the Teladi upset at me. Just don't... Oh, hello. Here's the funds that we need. Perfect. Okay, so we will now go ahead and purchase this license. There we go. We own this plot. Fantastic. So first things first, we are, of course, going to put in a pier module. And we're going to put that in, basically, centrally located as far forward as possible, like that. Okay, so that'll do. That is our pier module there. And then, of course, we're going to have our docking bay right here. That's kind of our standard start there. And now this thing is primarily going to be taking in, or actually is exclusively going to be taking in ice and energy crystals as its raw goods. Now ice is a solid. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in a pair of cross modules right here. And this is going to be our storage area. So we'll put in solid storage here and here. And then we'll put in container storage here and here for now. Something like that. Then we are going to put in a base module. And of course that's going to have to be rotated to go over here. Like that. And then we are going to need some of our basic productions. So we'll put in a cross module here. And then we are going to need... medical supplies are the end result, as well as Nostrip oil. We'll put in spices first, and I'm just wondering how we mount those. Okay. I can deal with that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we will put in a base module here and here. A cross module here and here. Just to build a little bit of space. We may get rid of that base module, but let's find out. And then we would put in spicing right there. Or spices, rather. Right there. And right there, but rotated to go that way. And that's not quite straight, I think. There we go. Kind of like that. Although maybe we could get away with rotating them this way because of the containers. Yeah, that would work. And that would mean that we could get rid of this base module. So the idea would be we take this out, we remove this. We take this out, we remove this. That's going to save us a little bit of money, but more importantly, a little bit of space. We can do that. And then we can just tile this modularly out horizontally as needed. Of course, we're going to need energy production, and that will be at the end. So for right now, we're going to need to move into sunrise flower production, and that is pretty large, but it can just hook in like that. Interesting. So we may be able to simply put in a cross module here. Actually, we're going to need more space. So a base module that we rotate like so and place... Come on. And place over here. Where is it? I want to place this module. Oh, it's not quite rotated correctly. I want to place this module here. There we go. And then we would put in a cross module here. And then a base module, in theory, here and here. We might need to make a little bit more space here, though, because this is definitely... is that gonna... I think it's not letting us put this in because of the pier. Which means we would need more space for sure. Okay. We could put the Nostrip oil production here, in theory. Oh, this is really small. So we would actually remove these. And we'd just put in a cross module here and here. And then the Nostrip oil production would be super tileable. And we would just put this in here, 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 etc. That would be super fine. Okay. Yeah. I'm okay with that. So, the next thing that we would need to do is we would need to put in another base module. We'd have to make sure to rotate it correctly, like so. Then a cross module there. And then, in theory, we can put in a flower production there, although this would clip into the tiling for this. So we definitely want to duplicate this and get a little bit more space like that. So sunrise flower there and there. Excellent. And then medical supplies are very vertical. Okay. So we would want... Well, we'd want to copy this module, ideally, but I didn't do that. So we'd want a little more space like this, and then a cross module here, here, and over, not there, technically, but rather there. Excellent. And then we would put in a couple of medical supply production facilities here. These are pretty large, but that's okay. Is that too tall? That may be too tall. It would fit in there, except that wouldn't. I think that this is too tall and is sticking out. In which case we'd have to move the entire structure downward. And this is, of course, not currently fitting, because we need to move it back. Okay, about like that. To be slightly lower. And then our medical supplies would go over here. Well, technically, it would slot in right here. Yeah, those would be tileable like this, so that's fine. They would connect in like that, and in theory, we could even put in a third right here. That's super tileable. Okay, I like it. And then out the back, we would put in energy cells, but we'll probably need... Actually, that would theoretically work. Allegedly work, anyway. I think I want some space there, though. So we would put in a base module, rotate that like so, place it there. Now, do we have enough space with that for an energy cell out the back? Yes, we do. What if we were to put in a cross module to be able to horizontally tile this? In case we wanted to ramp up our energy cell production. So we would put in a cross module there, and then energy cells would go there. That's too much. Okay. That's good to know. The other thing that we could do is we could build some space. Specifically, by going down a bit with our energy cells. So that would be there for the cross module, and then the base connection would go there, and then the energy cell would go there, and that would fit much better. Yes, I like that. Then we can tile our energy cell production down here. We can tile our medical supply production this way, our sunrise flower this way, our nostrep oil this way, our spice production this way, our container this way, and the only thing we need now is biomes. And that I was planning to have up on top over here. So essentially it would look like this, where we would have a base module here and here, like that, and then a cross module here and here. And our first biomes would go right on top of these. Bam. 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 Like that. And then this would probably tile 3 wide and would go this way. That would be the idea. So that's the initial station design for our Grand Exchange 1 life support factory. Now that's going to be quite expensive. Yeah, 13 million. We'll confirm those module changes for right now.
Ship Technology Factory.
And let's dock up at our HQ. Excellent. We'll just push in over this way. Nice and quick. Oh my. Slightly overshot. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. There we go. Docking computer took over. So that's the basic idea for the life support factory. It will be quite expensive, but
It's an honor to have you aboard.
it should, in theory, work. So let's plan the build here, and yeah, that is very modular, very expandable in multiple directions. The main thing that we can't expand here is our solid storage, but there's plenty of space for solid storage under here. And in fact, I'm going to toss in 2 more units of solid storage. One here, if I can get this to actually line up. One there, and one there. So we can build more solid storage out that way if necessary. And then as far as the container storage goes, we're almost certainly going to need more container storage. But this is tileable out this direction, so we can put in a container storage there and there. Actually, we can't. That goes into the piers. That is fine, though, because we can tile in some container storage underneath this area here, if I can get the camera to cooperate. I want to go down camera, not sideways. Apparently I can't get the camera to cooperate. But we can put in container storage in the space underneath the Sunrise Flower Productions. Essentially what I'm saying is that we would put in a series of cross connectors down here. And we would just copy that sequence. And ideally get this to place correctly. Over here, like that. And then that would just go this way underneath here, and we would be able to put in container storage, tiled virtually infinitely, over this way. And I actually don't want it here. That would not be the case. And it would not be the case that it would be here. It would be instead here. And then we would put our additional container storage, of course, over on this side, and we can tile it in multiple directions. It can go this way, it can go this way. We'll have plenty of storage space. Okay, we'll confirm that. And then we will go ahead and see if we can hire ourselves a builder. Here's one. Fantastic. So we've got a builder, and we can just start tossing some credits at this. And this new station will start coming online soon enough. And I don't know exactly how wide we're going to tile this, but it should, in theory, work out quite nicely. We are, of course, going to need miners for it and all that, but that's a job for another episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.